especially kids under the age of 5. Nearly half of injuries in this age group result in things like broken bones or dislocations. Experts say that although trampoline injury rates have been decreasing in the past decade, there were nearly 98,000 trampoline-related injuries in the U.S. during the year 2009 alone. Wow, that's staggering. All right, we haven't been able to say this much lately, but good news to report on the Pump Patrol. The price of gas has dipped slightly over the past 2 weeks. Drivers nationwide are now paying an average of $3.83 a gallon for regular gas. Oh, here in Connecticut, yes, we're paying more. Look at it there, $4.11 a gallon. But that's down 4 cents from last week, so it's getting better. Well, there is high anxiety among baby boomers. The dreams many of them had of plush retirements have crumbled, and some even doubt they will ever be able to retire. So what should you be doing now to protect your golden years? Joel Johnson is a financial expert from Johnson Brunetti. He joins us now to give us a little help. Good morning to you, Joel.
Good morning, Kerri-Lee.
But before we get some help, we're going to give a little perspective. Connecticut, in fact, was named in the top 10 worst states for seniors and retirees.
Yeah,
why?
Kiplinger's magazine came out and said that it was one of the top 10. And I think part of that, Kerri-Lee, is because of the costs of living in Connecticut. All they look at is the costs on those surveys. They don't always count on the things that we experience here. Better education system, pretty high quality of life. A lot of retirees stay here because their kids and grandkids are here. And we've got these great cultural centers, New York and Boston. They're very, very close by. So when you just look at costs, it's a high cost state. But that shouldn't be a surprise to anybody.
No, absolutely agreed. And if people do want to stay here or wherever they plan to stay, they need to prepare. Would you say that a good number of people are ready for retirement? Would you say maybe not as many as should be ready for retirement?
I would say certainly not as many as should be.
Okay.
We see a lot of clients that have done a good job preparing, but those tend to be the people that come to see us because we do investment advice. But I would say a lot of people, especially as you get younger than 55, if we look at that age group between, say, 35 and 55, have not done enough to prepare for retirement.
All right, so what mistakes are we making? What are the top mistakes that you've seen?
Well, number one is not saving enough in your employer-sponsored plan. So if you're working, not putting enough money away, or if you're a stay-at-home spouse, making sure that your spouse that works is putting enough money away.
Maxing out the benefit, right?
Maxing out the benefit that's available through your employers. Huge tax advantage to do that. The other mistake is not counting on how much income it'll actually take in retirement. Some people think, well, Social Security is going to cover most of the retirement costs, and it's just not.
No.
You need to be saving much more than Social Security. We give a rule of thumb, Kerri-Lee, that says 10 to 15% of your money that you earn should be put away for retirement. 10 to 15%.
Right off the top, before you think about anything else. Okay.
Pay yourself first.
What are some of the things we can do then? That's a good tip right there. What are some other things we can do to turn, change the tide, turn things around, and get us in good shape?
Watch out for the debt.
Okay.
So many people waste a lot of money buying cars and financing them all the time. Maybe instead of buying a brand new car, you buy a 2 or 3 year old car. That way it's paid off quicker. Try to get to that retirement age without any debt, without any mortgage, if possible. For those that it's not possible, and I realize for a lot it's not possible, then just take one small step at a time, maybe saving a little bit more, maybe being careful of the debt. But if you can walk into retirement without owing anybody anything, that's a huge head start.
That is the way to go. So stop trying to keep up with the Joneses. Just worry about you.
Exactly.
Think about you and think about your future.
Right.
Joel Johnson, great tips. Thank you so much. Hopefully we've changed the tide for people watching this morning.
Well, thank you for having me on.
Absolutely, our pleasure. Well, some chilly early morning temps expected this week. Take a live look right now outside. This is Waterbury. Kind of a mottled sky, a little bit of blue, a little bit of clouds. Darren's watching, thinks he's got your forecast coming up next. Stay with us.